Mr. Sinha, great pleasure to have you on the show with me, but thank you very much for joining in. Let me begin by asking you about the kind of recovery that we are seeing at this point in time, because most economists that I've spoken to agree that it's an uneven kind of a recovery. The popular term is to call it a K-shaped recovery. Is the government concerned about this uneven nature of the bounce back, and what can be done to address it?
Well, I think all of us are concerned, Udayan, about the recovery, and I think it has really three parts to it. Number one is the speed of the recovery, right? And of course, we want India's growth coming out of a once-in-a-century COVID pandemic to be definitely close to double digits this year, and then to continue forward at a robust 6, 7, 8% a year. So the speed of the recovery is, of course, very important. Second is the nature of the recovery, and we would like it to be investment-driven. Certainly, consumption will continue to play an important role in our economy, but investment is key. And that's why you'll see the government really emphasizing capital expenditure, emphasizing private sector investment, because investment really is the foundation for growth going forward. So investment-led, investment-driven is the second aspect of the recovery. And the third aspect of the recovery, obviously, is that it is applicable to everyone, so that it's not just restricted to a few, but that everybody gets the benefit of the recovery. And that's why you'll see that when it came again to the kinds of expenditure that the government has undertaken in the last year or two, those expenditures, while they have certainly targeted health and vulnerable populations, have also been focused on important aspects of the economy that have high multiplier effects. And that's why you've seen the National Infrastructure Pipeline, which obviously drives infrastructure. That's why you've seen the PLI schemes. You've seen ease of doing business getting lots of encouragement. So what we want to do is that as we come out of this COVID situation, that the recovery is fast, that the recovery is investment driven, and that the benefits of the recovery go to everyone, because we are stressing the high multiplier aspects of what can be done at this stage.
As you focus on these high multiplier areas on investment, would the government also pause to consider the plight of industry, specific sectors which have been actually scarred a lot more over the last couple of years? Areas like tourism, hospitality, aviation, retail, because we have seen a lot of credit impetus to MSMEs and sectors like that which were badly hit. But some sectors have been hit much worse than others. Should one expect the government's focus to turn to some of these beleaguered sectors?
The government's focus has been, Udayan, on these sectors that are touch intensive, that are high touch sectors, and where the restrictions associated with the pandemic have really made a tremendous sort of negative impact on their activities. And that's, of course, everything associated with, certainly personal services, certainly all of those that are related to travel and tourism, hospitality. And there, there's been concessional credit that's been provided through some of the credit schemes that are out there. There's been an effort to be able to provide support through various schemes and mechanisms where some relief can be provided. And of course, the liberalization and the streamlining of ease of doing business, all of these have been intended to assist some of these beleaguered sectors.